Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And we're going back into the meat grinder again, light side Geonosis territory battle. And the highlight of light side Geonosis, it's the KAM mission, Ki Adi Mundi. You can earn shards from him or for him if you complete this mission. And it's notoriously difficult. You have a locked-in team. It's a Shaak Ti lead with a clone trooper supporting cast, and you really want to use the 501st. I guess any clone troopers are eligible, but it's meant to be with the 501st clones, and it's crazy difficult. This is now my third attempt at the mission. I did a first attempt with my whole team at Relic 1. Really wanted to see if I had any chance of lowballing the mission and getting through, and it doesn't look like that has any chance at all. I really don't think that's possible. Then I went up to Relic 3, and that attempt is a video on the channel, and as you can see, I failed, but I had pretty bad RNG throughout the fight with that failure. So, is it possible? Maybe. If you had the best mods in the game and the best luck, maybe. But certainly not repeatable, certainly not reliable. So, in order to keep progressing and to help my guild and to earn these shards, I do want to keep bumping up my team. So what I did for this time, again, I do like these minimum gear challenges. So we only took the team to Relic 4. Everybody on the team is Relic 4 and ready to go. So we're going to jump in here and see how this goes. And at the end of the run, at the end of the video, I will have a detailed look at each character and how they're modded for this mission. I did do a special modding setup, trying to maximize their effectiveness here. Basically, more health is good. Protection doesn't really matter because of trample. Offense on 5s, a couple other things. Feel free to check those mods out, and if you think I'm doing anything wrong, if you think I could optimize those mods any better, let me know in the comments. I would certainly be open to that. So we're going to head in here, and we do not want 5s to be our leader. We're going to put in Shaak Ti as the lead, and of course you want 5s to be the last person in your lineup, but that's not possible here because the ARC Trooper is a required unit, and they put him in that slot. So there's a chance, I guess, that 5s wouldn't sacrifice properly if he's not in that 5th slot, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's just one of the many pains that is this mission. So when we go in here, we're going to try and quickly set the speed to 1x just for the opening salvo. There are some important things that can happen there. What we really don't want to happen is the Reek to take its first turn to do its big area attack and trample us. Bonus if Jango attacks the Reek instead of attacking us. But there's nothing we can do other than cross our fingers and hope. So, a little bit of dialogue. And here we go. 1x, Jango always goes first. He attacks the Reek, which is great. We're going to get the trample, so of course, RNG, once again, doesn't work out in our favor. Our whole team now has trample, and basically that negates your team's first turn to act as clone troopers. You want them gaining turn meter, you want them assisting, you want all this cool stuff to be happening, and if they get trampled, none of that works. So, you're required to bring in a clone team, but the event has a debuff on the first turn that can cease the functioning of that clone team. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. Okay, so we have Rex's Cleanse available, but it won't do anything other than remove buff immunity, and I don't think there's any buffs that we can really get right now. I don't think Trample blocks buffs. It just blocks counter, assist, bonus turns, and turn meter, right? So it doesn't block buffs, but there's nothing that we really want to gain right now. And there's another bug, surprise, surprise, with this mission that deals with Jango Fett and his burn, his AoE burn that he can put out. If you have tenacity up, which is supposed to block debuffs, it can cause this invisible burn debuff to happen, which can just wreck your team and do tons of damage. So instead, if we can, we're going to wait to use that until we have burn on us, then to cleanse it off, and then hopefully we're not bitten by that bug. So first thing we want to do is get these B2 battle droids down. So we're just going to attack them as quickly and as often as we can until they are out. We will not be able to assist, but we should be able to give this to our next fastest person, which I think is going to be 5s. So let's do that, and that way at least the turret will shoot again, and the turret should assist 5s on his turn, and each assist is going to knock down a stack of the battle droid. So we do want to do the assist here. usually you think you want 5s to sacrifice. That's kind of the second big piece here. We need 5s to sacrifice himself when another clone trooper dies to give everybody the stat boost. So you would think, well, you don't want to taunt because 5s then will get focused and won't sacrifice. But both of the attacking enemies, Jango and the Reek, can ignore taunt, so that's not a problem. And on top of that, we won't get taunt here because we have buff immunity. So by calling the assist, we will get the chance to do another stack of... Oh, actually, well, right, we can't call an assist because everybody had trample, so assists are blocked. So a good thought, but not eligible at this time. Now, we're going to do the AoE, and there should be 1 stack left on that droid. And now we're going to cleanse. So we're going to cleanse Shaak Ti first. We want to get that off of her so she goes, and because she's the hero here, or the leader here, she's going to do her basic. And so, well, aside from the trample on the first turn, the RNG's been pretty good. Jango has not done his burn yet. He has it available, but we've gotten through a couple of turns here, and that's good. Now what we want to do, we do want a clone trooper to die. So we can't call any assists, otherwise I would prefer to do that. We can give them critical damage up, which would be good for either the Arc Trooper or for Echo. Or we can do a heal here, I think. We're not going to gain the turn meter. We will dispel the debuff. So we could do that. I'm gonna do this for Rex. I don't want both. I don't want 2 people to die at the same time. I don't want Rex and Echo to go down at once. So let's heal Rex. Just so we don't lose two troopers at the same time. And now I do think it's worth it. No, you know what? We'll keep it. I like having the exposed there. I do want Echo to go down. So right now I feel like he's a good target to take a hit. Let's keep going on the B2. One more hit, good, and the turret takes him down. Okay, so now we're in the phase where it's just the Reek and Jango. And there's kind of 2 strategies here. We can only damage Jango if we're attacking with somebody who has more stacks of trample than he does. And so right now, that's true. Where I get torn on what to do is, basically we're going to wait for Rex's Annihilate to come up, his aerial assault, and then that'll wipe Jango out in 1 hit. So I would rather stack damage on the Reek early, then let aerial assault take out Jango, rather than take his protection off and then do aerial assault. Then I wasted all of those attacks. However, extra attacks on the Reek give it turn meter and give it speed, so we're just buffing the Reek at the same time. So I'm going to attack Jango here. I've got the opportunity, and hope that maybe I get one of his revive down, and then the aerial assault can finish him off. A lot of things kind of in play here, but let's just see how that works. And of course, I targeted the wrong guy. We did get the sacrifice off there, I believe, so at least that went well. And now we have got the burn on, so let's get rid of that. Unfortunately, we lost Shaak Ti, which is just a brutal situation. So now I think we're going to rely solely on the aerial assault to get Jango down the first time here. And then I think he'll revive, hopefully without his protection. I forget how that works, but we'll see. Okay, so we're going to give the turret control to Echo. And we can do damage to both here. We're going to throw the grenade. That always does more damage. And again to the Reek. Yeah, again to the Reek. We're so far behind here. I feel like if we don't just rely on the aerial assault, there it is, it's up. But unfortunately, we can't use it because everybody has more trample stacks for Jango except for Rex. So that, boy, that hurts. We're going to save it. All right, so now we know we have to burn him down here because Rex, otherwise Rex can't attack him. So let's just try to pump out some damage here. Big hit. Big hit. Another burn is not great. Aerial assault's not going to help us. Come on. Oh, another trample come in, and we lose a character. And we still can't damage Jango. So just another brutal run. This looks like it's going to be a big failure here. Oh my gosh, and we can't even get Jango down one time with that last hit. So yeah, a brutal failure. A couple of things went wrong there. Again, not perfect RNG, but not really close. Not going to be reliable or repeatable. That was disappointing. I thought we had at least a window there, but too many things kind of went wrong. We lost Shaak Ti. We never got to cleanse that second stack, and never got to use aerial assault because we just didn't have that one extra stack of trample. So a big failure. I will show everyone the team here. We'll go in and look at them real quick, and then that's going to be it. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time for the Relic 5 attempt in a month when this returns and we get to try it again. See you next time.